Hello and welcome back. Sam here. We got some more photo cards to store. I believe I've got the last of Karma, which said I was going to do in the last storing video cards, but that didn't happen. I forgot about it. So we should be finishing off Karma today. Very excited. And we have very special event here. This is Hunter's Rockstar, Rock Nemo version from House of Tricky Doorbell Ringing version. So one of my beautiful viewers gifted me this. So thank you so much. Could not believe it when I got that message on Instagram. So I was like, thank you. There's this Hunter, and then there was these two adorable ones as well. And there was also Yi-chan, but I've actually already found a great home for Yi-chan, friend that I get most of my Zyker PCs. She was actually been on the hunt for him for ages, so I was able to gift her, that one to her straight away, sort of thing. So thank you so much. I say yes, it's adorable. So I'm gonna see if I can trade either of these two gorgeous ones for Jinsik. See what my luck is with that. But yeah, I at least have this one, which I thought I'd given up on, but I still continue to check every chance I got. So let's start with this one, shall we? Okay, so let's find Hunter's home here. So I'm just going to put him with the star platform. I don't know. They had two different platforms for this very first comeback, and the star were okay. The rock versions, though, were extremely limited. So so happy to have him at least there. So I just haven't done a filler up for Jinsik yet, but I will. But yes, so yes. Now the cards that I did have there, I've just put at the back here, and I didn't actually have any pre-order benefits for House of Tricky Doorbell Ringing, so I might see if I can get a couple just to fill that spot in. But keeping with Xikers, just going to the roadie map fan meeting, I think it was, in Japan. I did have these ones here, and then I also came across these ones as well. So these ones I think were just part of the trading card sets, so I just figured I would get these as well, because honestly for these two I get what I can, and no rhyme or reason. It's like they're adorable. I get them. Yes. But this is it for the first Zyker album. It's, other than the two pop spots, and if I ever find them, the 100-day cafe PCs, pretty much it. For the second Xikers, still missing this Hunter. Yeah, I think I've secured it at Pokemarket, but I'm not. I keep forgetting to double check. But I did have this from. So I had gotten Jinsik from Gom, but she didn't have any Hunters, and so I had been searching, and I finally found him. I found Hunter, so now I've got the matching pair because he's just adorable. But that is all we have for Xikers today. Few but great ones. Yes. For the ladies, nothing for Rose because we're waiting on a new comeback for her. But for Yeji, I do have some tunnel vision. So just 3. I've got both of her photo book PCs. So this one here, I honestly can't remember which one is A and which one is B. So I'm just going to put this one in the middle because I like it. That's what we do. And then the unit card, I was going to put it in the middle of the platform versions with everyone else. So I thought that was the best place for it, seeing as how it's got the other members. So that fills up that page very nicely. Nice. But that's all this time for Miss Yeji and Tunnel Vision. I do not have everything, the special versions and the cassettes, and I'm sort of over all the special extra editions, and I sort of have come to the understanding that it's not, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to worry about it. And speaking of, with Jeongyeon for Twice, there are basically 10 cards, including the Polaroid for the, I want to say, is it the episode version? I'm not sure. Originally, I bought a set that had it, and so, okay, great, no worries, I'll get it. That set cancelled, and then the replacement set that I could find didn't have it. So that means I've ended up with 9 cards for 10 The Story Continues, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that. If I get more, I get more, but I am not, how do I put it politely? I do not want to waste so much time, effort, and money on all of the special versions. I'm going to basically, unless they're my olds, I do love this card though. It's like, this was I definitely loved that one. So, but yeah, I don't want to be collecting cards that I don't love. So I think I'm going to be a lot more, this one's the pre-order for the, I don't know, the group version. Was it that was the episode, and this was the cast versions? Yeah. So that's the other cast. No, that's the other cast version in that one. That's the pre-order for it, and then these were those ones. So I've got all 5 of the cast versions, and I think that's the lovely. And then this is the episode versions, I think. But it's sort of like, you know what, that fills up a page nicely, and that's enough. I don't need to get everything. In fact, sometimes I prefer POBs over the album cards, and so it's like, well, why don't I do that? And there is no why. It's completely up to me. So yeah, for the moment, this is all I've got there. You know, I did complete this as 4, and they're all lovely, but it's sort of like, I may get the ones that I'm missing later on, but for now I'm trying not to stress myself out, because I've got plans of what I do want to spend my hard-earned PC money on. But miscellaneous boys this time. Now we've got Huey. So we'll come back to his section. And I think last time I was storing Huey cards, it's like, I filled up the pages, but I've got more on the way. Whoa. Yeah. So the others actually came, because like I filled up this page. And I was like, that's not the end of it. But, so I've just popped a blank page in, and at the moment we've got, I think, 7 more. So these ones, it's 4 different Makestar. Pobs, so I'll just put these on the top and the bottom of the page, and then these are Soundwave. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I just loved this concept. The red background, the green hoodie with the pink hair and the glasses just looked amazing. So I figured, you know what? Done. If I can restrain myself, I will get 2 more and that is it. Because I mean, there are, hundreds, it seems, more. But you don't find them as often. Because I've got most of the easy to acquire ones. But so we will see. You never know with Yui. Every time the record, or like every time his music comes up through my randomly on my playlist, it's like, Huey, I want Huey. So I go looking. Still haven't got another one for this page yet though, for Nameless. And then SF9, here for Hyung, I do have just a couple more, and these should be the last of what I've to fill up these back collecting pages. And so I've got this one here from Rumination, just to try and balance out the pages. And then, I've got these last 3. So I did actually put the notes neon jacket. I think for this wave of 9, I just had so many to begin with that I ended up with 2 full pages, most of which are Pobs, but that is so good. I do love this page. I just like this concept. So summery and bright. But yes, and then there is another comeback that I had missed. It was just on my music. I just, as artists that I follow bring out new stuff, I just add the album to a playlist and I just call it my groups. So everything that's released for my groups, I just chuck into that playlist and just put that on shuffle. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the new song. So yes, got some more coming shortly. Neokyo, it takes a while. But I think that's it for my boy groups. Miscellaneous boy groups folder. So let's move on, shall we? Now for 17. This folder is binder is definitely going to have to be split up, because I've got some Hoshi, Past Eras, and then we've got the start of the trading concert PCs for Woozi. Now, have I set up for this? Oof. I hope so. Face the Sun first. Okay, so for Face the Sun, this Hoshi set came in. So I've got his, Control, and then Pioneer, Shadow. There's too many versions, I get them mixed up. And then the set I did have 2 Hoshi Path ones, and I think I'm going to stick with the Harangue one because it's the most adorable, and he does Harangue a lot, so when I can get it, I will. So this one I'll have to put up the sale. And then for his carrot PCs, I had to get one of the paint ones because that's just adorable. And oh, okay, yeah, it came with his other version, but I remembered I didn't actually get their carrot versions. I thought I did. Oh, I mean, that's fine. Don't have to. Put that paint set. No. Maybe. Who knows? I might make up my mind sometime. But yeah, so I've only got Woozies there. So, but that finished off Face the Sun for what I was collecting at this point. Whether or not I change this to the all three members, I probably will, knowing me, but we'll see. But to the back now of this mammoth one. And for these, I did not set up. So I got this set. And initially, I did think it was all the home trading card sets, but it's actually a mixture. We've got the Japan official fan club, a couple of home follows. There's a whole, even right here, 17 is right here, concert merch. So for the time being, I am just going to store these, and these are like beautifully sized photo cards. They're like Monsta X to the extreme. They just fit in the sleeves and just fit in these pockets, filling it up completely. So I do actually love them. But yes, so these are first of all of my trading cards. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I do have some more sets on the way. This one, I think it was these 4, or even these 5 sort of thing. I think we're from the same. No, actually, that's 3 different sets. I thought they were from the one set. But that's all good. And it's like, oh, a couple of extras, great. But it's all good because I didn't have any of them. So it's a good variety starter pack type of thing. We'll get there. Now for Monsta X and Wonho, good stack. Jonhoney, we've got some of the X. Oh, perfect. Now I have rearranged these. I just wanted it to look nicer. So I've got his XX version here. That's his album PC. And then this is the merchandise keyring PC. No. Love the makeup there. And then we have a Tower Records, which is in the same concept as the XX version. There we go. And then for the Unknown, I got his album PC. And then I did get his Starship Square set, which is the black and white in the Unknown concept, as well as same concept, but not black. So that just, I thought, looked fantastic across there. And then finally, we've got his Hello and Underdog. And because the Underdog was the same concept as the Digipack, decided to do it that way. So there we go. That is his album PCs done, along with a couple of pops. Oh, there we go. Looks good there. Still, that one's at Poker Market, and I do have more pops on the way. But that is it for Jonhoney at the moment. But not for this folder, because we've got Wonho. So, for Wonho, Love Synonym. I have 3 cards and 2 spots. It's always fun when that happens. Alright, well, we'll put this one here. And this one here. These are POBs, I think. I cannot remember now. Now this is this concept. Look. We're just gonna pop it on here. because I still have nothing for Synonym, Love Synonym Part 2. Very hard to find. So they can share a page for the time being. Now, Blue Letter. I do have just 2 more. And I guess we'll just top and tail in the middle. Yeah, for Wonho, I'll get what I can, fill a page or more, depending on what you can get, and we'll take it from there. Obsession, I do have another 4. I'm pretty sure these are album cards. I'm not sure about these ones. Yeah, they could be album cards. Yeah. How do we want to do this? Well, they're same versions. Let's put the bunny ears one in the middle. So I'll put that one there. And then this adorable message back one. Wow. Learn to speak. Went to a K-pop party last night in Brisbane. So had a late night, lots of dancing. Great time. I'll tell you, I've been to more nightclubs in the past 2 years with K-pop than I have in the last 20 years all up. I'm a homebody for the most part, but K-pop just gets me out there. Love it. So there we go. There's that. It's a public holiday here in Australia. So it's like Monday the 26th, Australia Day, which basically means it's a hot summer day, and I don't have to go to work. So yes, but that's all good. Now for Facade, always love a day without work, because, you know, it means I get to have a sleep in and play with pretty boys. Boy paper. So, but yes, these ones are just Facade. I think, no, this is my music taste, these 2. And they're Wonderwall. So, yeah. Aren't they adorable, though? Oh, I love these ones. Yeah. So, like most of my collections, I'm just getting what I can, what I find adorable, and we'll take it from there. Now, Bittersweet. There is so much for Bittersweet, and I still think I have some more. So for Bittersweet, I do have these 2 pages going on at the moment. These are all purple backs. I don't even know. Some of these I think are album cards and some of them are not. Honestly, not sure. They could all be album cards, but I don't know. The backs sort of go along the same concepts, but for the time being, because I've got these 6 spaces here, I'll leave that spot there. He's just so adorable. It's like, and this is before and after the military. He's still just adorable. I think he just bulked up a little bit more while he was in the army. Because have you seen those legs and those arms and that back? He loves the gym and the gym loves him. And then for these 3 very different concepts, we'll just put the dark one in the middle and then these 2 outdoor adorable ones on either side. And there we go. Another page of Bittersweet done. Yes. Love it. So these 2 album pieces are on the way, and I'm keeping my eye out on a couple of other sets. So, nice. Quick stop into Kevin from the Boyz, because I have, well, 2 very special cards. Ones that I never thought I would actually get. So this is the only limited version of off-air version. So finally was able to find that one. So, yes. And then his tattoo card. Now, I don't know if this was their first Japanese or if it was an OST. Not 100% sure on that one. I think it was more an OST, but that's the only card there is, and I had the hardest time finding it. And then I found them both the same day. It was very weird. But that's quick stop for Kevin today, with just those ones there. Okay, another quick stop, this time for Xnghan. Found some more for Xnghan and Seoul. I got a couple of pre-order benefits and then a couple more photo cards. These are, I want to say the adventure. Go with these ones. And then 2 more pobs. Need another page. I found out there was actually a second ID. It's like, oh, I didn't pull it. Now I do know I've got another unit coming, the other one with the other dancer, so I'll have him and one dancer, him and the other dancer, and then all 3 of them. So that'll look great there. So that's going to stay for that one. I've got 3 more of this version. So we might put these ones here. I do love that one there. And that one. So nice. I do have his other Get a Guitar PC on the way as well. So I'll put these ones, album pieces. Is this the DVD? I'm not sure. Can't remember what the versions were actually called, but that's okay. I think with the ones I've got, I've pretty much finished his selfie ones. So that is always good. And can't remember which ones these are, but these are actually almost monster size. PC size. Love it when they randomly give us Monsta X size PCs. Take that any day. But yeah, a little bit more for him, and I do have a little bit more on the way. Yes. Short stop for Xdinary Heroes and Jungsu. So back to I did not plan these, so that's the blue one. Alright, so for the time being I'll pop this one here, and if it needs to be moved we will do that. And then this is one of his death versions, I believe. Can't remember if it's A or B. We'll just pop it in the middle. I am having trouble finding these, so yeah. And then his trading card was going to go here. So yeah, did find that one at least. See how we go. That one's going to be the difficult one. And any pobs are actually a little bit difficult. They're either hard to find or very expensive. And so, okay. But I do have, and this was a Facebook by us. I thought this one went here, but it doesn't. It is actually an Overture stage PC. So it actually goes with this one. So what do I want to do? You know what? There's a space here, so we're just going to pop it here. Different hairstyle, totally different era, but that's all right. Or put this one next to the other one there, because it really does go very well with that one. And this adorable one in the middle. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Nice. Love a full page. Next up we have Yeonjun. Now, first off, we do have this missing PC that I had lost in my last photo cards drawing. It was the Soundwave Lucky Draw. It's like, I don't know where it is. It was in the pages from when I had to reshuffle everything. Yeah. So, and since then, I've actually got most of the missing PCs on the way, which is going to cause issues because I didn't know about the Weverse, but I actually found I'm missing 4 of the 6 Weverse. I found a set of Makari with 3 of the ones that I was missing, and the one that wasn't included that I was missing was actually, you know, under $5 on Poker Market. So bye. So yes, I've got 3 of those coming from Neokyo, 1 of them coming from Poker Market whenever that is shipped out, because I'm not buying a lot on Poker Market at the moment. It's like, hello, have you seen that we've got concerts coming up here in Australia from Ateez? Yes. And, you know, BTS is actually coming to Australia a year later, but it's like, woohoo. Now, these are the other 2 lucky draws. And this one goes with it. But I also do have... These are the Weverse pops. And I was like, okay, so with the extras from the Weverse, plus this one that I found, I'm sort of looking at, you know, an extra, I don't know, 6 or so cards. There are definitely some more pops that I could get. So what I was thinking of was, I'm going to move the other 2 Soundwave over here, and I'm just going to put these Weverse benefits, and they are mirrors. Hello, can you see yourself? So, well, look, there we are. So I figured I wasn't going to store them, but because I've ended up on another page, I figured, you know what, store them that way. Let's grab those other 2. I could even actually grab all of these. No, actually I might. Yeah, okay. See, I'm thinking on the go. It doesn't always work, but that's okay. I think I'll put these Concept Make Style ones here. So we've got Concept, the mirrors, and then whatever else I can get. And then back here, because I've got the figurine, those ones. And then there's 2 more spaces, which could be the Weverse ones. Could fit nicely there, the extras from the Weverse page. And then I would only have 3 more spaces. So I think that may work. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so there's that. So, but next up, I do have a little bit more for TXT, and that is Starkist. Their Japanese album that came out, I want to say just after Together. Oh, I can't remember the time frame now, actually. So at the moment, I have these 3. They've just Yeonjun, so I'm just gonna like them here. And then there was a version that came with full sets, I believe. They are on the way, but there was this pre-order set. And so yes, I am doing a double page spread. These are sort of transparent cards, so I have put them in white sleeves. And for the moment, I'll just pop them in the middle, if I can. There we go. a momentary blank whether Mangyu or Taehyun was older. So I had to check. And then Unikai. So yes, I will have one more. I'll have a double spread for Starkist for them, because there was 2 sets that came in the albums as far as I could tell. So I was like, okay, well, and these were just very, very pretty as well. So love it. But that is all we have for these boys today. Zero-based 1, always. Oh dear, yes. So yeah, they are having a physical special album for their final, just prior to them possibly becoming a 5-member group. So yeah, be interesting to see what happens there. So for this one, I've got Jiwoong's 2 missing ones. So the one with the mic up here, and then the one without the prop goes there, so that the backs match up. And then for the 4th one, where they're all of a sudden in a different concept, I've got that one. I forgot to put Ricky's filler back there. Well done, me. Now, I do love how they were very different on the backs this time around. So yay. But I don't think I've got any. Oh, hang on a second. Nope. These ones are actually for this page as well. So for the ordinary A version, where they're, oh look, Ricky. Sorry, got distracted there. Okay, so for this version here, I do have Ricky for the ordinary version, and Jiwoong, and then Jiwoong here for the 2nd ordinary version as well. So lovely. Is that there? And then 2 more for this page. So I've got Jeongyeon for the one where they're looking through teammate's hand, and then Ricky's for being where they're pointing at him. Giving him a cute one. That one there is at Poker Market. I did double check, it's at Poker Market. I've secured, because I just love that one. And then Digipacks, I want to say. Yes. Last 2 Digipacks for these 2. So we've got Ricky. And Matthew. Down there. Now, what have I got? Now, I did end up with the same pre-order. I'm not sure what. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I did end up with Matthew and Ricky for both of these. Oops. So I'll have to see if I've got Jeongyeon on the way, and if not, I'll have to find them, because they're adorable, and it actually goes really well on this page. So yeah, and they're more selfies. Put that there. And with those ones, I also got this set, but they're very concept-y. I think this is a Tower Records or a HMV. I'm not 100% sure, though HMV normally says HMV. So not 100% sure what these ones are for. I'm not sure if I want to store them or not. I have run out of pages at the moment, so I'm going to, just for the time being, just going to put them down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. So I'm just going to put them down here. Although, iconic, they're Japanese from this version. pretty sure it's only got 8 cards in each set that I've got, so I might be able to slip them in when they all come and I've set up for them, because as I'm out of pages, so these particular type of pages. So yeah, next time, well, when I get Iconic, I'll be able to move those. And because yeah, Iconic is basically Never Say Never Japanese version. They released it like straight after it, sort of thing. So yeah, and I was able to easily get full sets for all 3 of them, so that was good. And team, we've got a huge stack, so this is pretty much it for everyone else. Now we're up to my last 3 bigger collections that, well, ongoing bigger collections, I should specify. So Anteam, Ateez and Stray Kids. But yeah, so this is Anteam. We have Yuki Akari first, so let's get there. And I did set up for this one because I'd already had Maki for a while actually, for this particular set. And so I was actually able to find everyone else. So here we go. But yeah. Haven't had too much luck getting any more OT9 for Back to Life for these ones. Pretty much with the album versions, pretty much just sticking to my top 3 other than the OT9 sets and one of the Raws. So I'm thinking possibly upgrading to OT9 for the rest of the album versions might be a long-term goal for Anteam. So, but yeah, that's the only older era stuff I've got at the moment. We can come back to, speaking of, Back to Life. Just double check. Yeah, so I do have this. It's Taki, and I've been replacing Maki's fillers for some reason. I have no idea why. Let me just fix this. Alright, because I think I do have Maki on the way, but not yet. So, because these are the gaze versions, and then this is the breathe version, and I was going to actually put the second breathe in with the units because the art bits match, and there wasn't a there was actually a solo, but it was PC in the Weverse and Mini Records, but they were different concepts. They were more the gaze version, or breathe. The gaze version. So that's all good. We will put these ones here. Nice. I've seen some of people store like OT of the units, and it looks so amazing. Oh. It's just too many. I was like, no. I have to draw the line somewhere, okay? Amazingly enough, I do actually have trying to draw the line somewhere. And then I've got this issue, and honestly not sure where this one came from. It might have just come in a random set, because I'm sure I have OT9 for this coming. We'll see though. But yes, got that one there. Now, this is the one for the moment. Okay, this is the other Weverse PC I pulled. I pulled Fuma, and until I decide what I'm going to do, I'm just going to store him here. This is the set that I don't have Kei and Maki for, so yet, I don't think. So we'll see how we go. I just want to collect OT9 for all of them. Yeah. But Weverse versions does mean that I do have the OT9 set. Oh no, that was, oh that's right, that was the Weverse set. This is the mini CD set it came in. So hopefully I've kept these in the right order, because sometimes these polars can be a little bit hard to, when I'm not paying attention, make sure I've got them all in the, oh yeah, Yuma, Joe, yeah, Hara, Taki, and Maki. See, I had them all, and they were all in the order. I just had a momentary blank. It's like, really? The blonde hair threw me. It's all good, because they just look so adorable. Just love them all. Now, the Tower of Records. So I do have the other 6 members. I found a cheap OT9 set for this one. So it was easier and cheaper to just get the OT9 set than just to find the 6 members that I was missing. And it's like, well, I wanted OT9 for the lucky draw that I personally participated in. Yes. But there we go. I do love it. It's a concept. It's, but they are just so gorgeous, and I love the concept of it. This one, a little bit of an issue problem. It's like, these are a lot harder to find. I think I found Maki only, and that's it. It's like, I can't even get my 3. So, yes. Still working on it. That doesn't mean it's the end. Because I did get this, I don't know, UMS or Weverse set. They do so many UMS and Weverse, even for their Korean comebacks. So, yes. These were nice. There we go. And just plenty of these around. I honestly think I overpaid for this set because I bought it early. And now I see it with this one and another set that I've got coming together for about the same price as what I bought this one for. So it's like, yes, that's what you do when you don't wait. But that's all good. That's all I got for Back to Life. And for the album PCs, we do still have some non-album stuff though. And I think I may actually have to split this folder up some more. Not too much of those were for the non-album. But this one, yes. So, yes, it was Taki that I do not yet have secured for this Luname set. So just on the lookout for him. I think Poker Market has it, but it's like, that one. And I've got that one at Poker Market as well. Because, yes, didn't realise I didn't have it. So, but I do have these ones. So for, yes, top set here, I've got Taki still. No Maki yet. And then for this set, I do have both of them. So I've got Maki and Taki. Nice, so just missing that one there. And then missing K for this one, and I cannot find him. He's like taking his jacket off, I think, and it's a bit of a hard one. Plus, I don't know what else I'm going to do with the rest of that page. Now for Awaken the Bloodline, yeah, I've got this Maki, and then this Taki. No K. K is eluding me. Very hard to find on this one. And then I do have the last Maki for this page. That was the 8th one. And I thought that version there, but it's not. It's the 8,000 yen benefit. So we've got that one there. These are venue PCs. I might actually move those ones, swap those ones around. But yeah, and then with Maki's, they just came with a polar, and I don't want to collect the polars. So any that do happen to come will just come up the back to this back section where I put all of my, you know, extras that I have not got OT for yet. But yeah, that's Anting. So, yeah, there was a little bit, but it didn't take too long. Okay, now Ateez. Decent stack. Some good ones. So I think last storing Photocards, I did say that I've OT8. I've broken it down to 4 PCs a month to complete Treasure era. Treasure and Fever 1. Because everything after that, I just can't find. It's not a matter of you need to work on it. It's cannot find. I'm down to, I think, 6 PCs from after Fever 1. I'm only missing Fever Epilogue. And I've got like 4 PCs from Fever Epilogue. I've just found one of them. One of the song was. It's like, ooh. So as long as it arrives, we're sweet. Yes, so, but Treasure and Fever 1, it's sort of like, oh, well, you know, if breaking it down, for Treasure, it's like 4 PCs a month. I can be done this year. So I set that goal. I think I've purchased about 12. And I've got my eye on another 5 that are all Wooyoung. And it's like 5 PCs that I actually need. So it's like, I'm hoping the set remains just a couple more days. Because I've sort of got to wait till my payday. Having said that though, yes, this will have to actually be fully set up for OT8, I think now. With the exception of these boys. Anniversary 1, I'm not even attempting to collect OT. It's just those ones, and so I'll probably move these ones into maybe Yosung's binder, I think. This is how we'll just look at it as a special event PC. But yeah, so having said that, I don't have anything for these ones today. Yeah, no, nothing for Treasure or the earlier Fevers. But Epilogue, I do have a couple. And we start off with this one. Yes, of the 4 PCs that I cannot find for Fever Epilogue, 2 of them were Pinkhead Sungwas. This being one of them, although I think that's the one I've just secured. Yeah, where he's got his hand on his tie. Yeah, it's this one where, but he's touching his tie. So I have secured that one. So, but I mean, I get it. He's pink-haired. You know, pink-haired white is very sought after. It does make it hard. You'll see also the QRs. I've moved them to the back. They were stressing me out going past all of these empty pages when I'm focusing on completing all of this. So I've moved them to the back. I don't know if they'll stay at the back there or move to merch type of thing. I don't know. But yeah. But moving on. We do have this one. It's, yes, the top, the first one for this diary version. So yes, love it. Yeah, so now because I've got that other somewhat on the way, so as long as it gets to me, yay. I'm missing 3. It's not this word because I knew I had this word. I just hadn't received it yet. And then I think this one as well. Yes, this far as well. So yes. So today I've got mostly Hwars because he was the biggest. I was missing most of his. Yeah, and including finishing off this limited set for Z. Yes. Love it. But yeah, I'm missing a Yuno and a San, and now that. I'm missing this one, and this Yuno, and this. So it's all the Z versions that I'm missing now. Yeah. And it's just, I cannot find them. I think I've found, you know, this in a full set with a complete epilogue, and it's like $200. I was like, I only need one cut, thank you, no. But yeah, never see this one, or if I do, I see it on my curry and it's safety blocked, and it's like, sometimes it's because they don't allow proxies, or sometimes it's, you know, they're not the best reputation, so there's normally a reason. So I might see if I can see what I can do to find my last 3. But this is it for this binder. Moving on to the next Ateez album binder. Now I do just have this one adorable Yeonjun that has eluded me for so long. So Outlaw it is. But again, cards that I just cannot find. There's 2. These 2 for spin-off. Just cannot, never see them. Or if I see them, they're already sold. It's very sad. And then Outlaw, yeah, I am down. Yeah, it's all done. When you go too far. Yeah, so for Out, I think I'm down to this one. This one's on the way. Fingers crossed. Finally have this one. Oh my god, yes. Oh, so adorable. I get it. Everyone wants to keep that one because he's just the cutest little bean. But it was like, yeah, that sunglasses, you know, man, I just cannot find it. And then this sign is also on the way. But yeah, so technically Outlaw down to 1, spin-off 2, and that's it. Oh, there is actually movement. I've got it secured. Yeah, I accidentally bought that one a second time. I had that one marked off instead of this one as needing. So, but I have actually secured him as well. So, yeah, other than, so there's 3 PCs I need to secure for this whole binder. And then it's done. And it's like, that's so big. And then for the golden hour, I do just have a couple, and yes, golden part 4 is not going to fit into this golden hour binder. I'm very sad about that. I'm ecstatic that they've gone back to, you know, part 1 and 2 versions with only 6 digis. Yeah, cannot wait. It's like, yes, we're getting our photo books back. We're getting our regular digipacks. We're getting our, you know, the 3 different pokers versions. All good. Having said that, though, which set does this one belong to? I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'll have to check that though, because they look so similar and I have not had any luck with the lemon drop versions of it. So I think it's that one, but we'll see. Now, I have read QR this far. Yes. I don't have this. Woo. He's like he's got his arm up over his, or leaning up against the wall. Yep, don't have that one. So I am, it's the only one I'm missing. I'm actually, yeah. Yes. But I think that's the only one. Because I now have the black selfie here for Jungho. So I've got this one. Nice. I don't have that San. I'll have to make sure I check on that one, because what's the bet it came in and it was so similar to another one I thought it was a duplicate, and so I'll have to get it again. Wouldn't surprise me. So I'm down to 2 cards for In Your Fantasy. There we go. But yeah, part 4 is not fitting in here. And that's, I don't think is happening. Just a couple for Yeosung's non-album binder. Towards the Light. These are all the cinema. So I've got the Tower Records Cafe for Towards the Light, Will to Power, and then the Will to Power Cinema, one of the cinema PCs. So let me see where I'm going to put all of these lovelies. Now, I had this as a filler just in case I need it, but I don't think I do. So now I do have, I'm just going to pop that one here. That's his, the NBC Gayo broadcast PC. I've got that one. So I might just put the cinema, I think it's Japan, possibly. I'm not sure. And then the 2 Tower Records Cafe, which are quite a little bit bigger, on either side for that there. So there we go there. And then we just have one for his pop binder as well. It is In Fantasy Part 3. This is the LA fan sign. And would you look at that? Because I don't know if they've got any more. I got most things, not everything, but probably 95%. So I don't know if there's even another full page to find for Part 3, but that's all good. Japanese is next. I've got some more Ashes to Light. Now, I was pretty much, yeah, I was doing a white outfit and black outfit page. So I might just see where I go. So this is the HMV online. 18 1 and 2. So that one there. And then that one. Then I've got this one, and I'm not sure which one this is. So I might put it with the first press one because yet to see that one. I'll fix it later on if I need to. And then I think this is the showcase. Ah, there we go. All right. I was like, this is... Put that one there where the solo 2 was, because that's in a black outfit. So I'll pop that there. But that's all I have at the moment. I do have some more on the way. For the black outfit, I have this UMS. Looks lovely. Duplicate of the flash price, which I think I'm going to store because I don't have enough. And then also Japan Fan Club. I've got this set is the second one. This is the first one. So I'm just going to pop that here. And I'm going to put this one where the Tower Records Lucky Draw should have been, because I have OT for the Tower Records. So now, did I did. Yes, I had a I did. I thought I had a page in here. So yes, I've got OT8 for this Tower Records. Because they all look stunning and I love OT8. Yeah. I get OT8 for what I can for Japanese. Not everything. Don't even try for that. But what sets I can get, I will grab. Doesn't matter. It does make collecting Yosung a little difficult because there's not enough cards left to fill the 2 pages. So I think I've got to do like a 7 and an 8 pattern. Because I've got some more, and then there's a couple that you just either cannot find, or when you do find, they're extremely expensive, and I'm not about that. Sorry. But yes, that's it for the more. There should be more on the way. Okay, lastly for Ateez. Before we go to Stray Kids, I do have some more In the Calling trading cards. These are unfortunately no trades, although these are what I was able to purchase from one seller recently on Facebook. So I got San and Jungho with the little plushies. They're so adorable. So there's that. I can't believe I haven't put fillers in. I'm still missing this Yosung. It's like, all right, just missing San. I think it's this one. I mean, don't look at the backs; they're all the same. I think it's that one. And then I've got this San and this Jungho. I did accidentally buy a duplicate of that. I thought it was that, So, take a sip. Diet Coke again today. Hot summer afternoons. Not the best for wine or coffee, to be honest. And then trading, units. I was able to get the... we're doing it this way. Selfie for Mingi and Yosung, as well as Yuno and Uyang. And the one trade I've been able to secure is for this one. So yes. So yeah, I'm only missing a few. But it is going to be a case of finding them because the trading game for trading cards is not there, which is kind of ironic considering they're trading cards. But yes, but that is all we have for Ateez. So now we get to go to Stray Kids. Yes. Okay, so merch first for Stray Kids. For Lino, I do have a couple of random merch bits. I've got this 5-star dome tour PC, which don't have a specific spot for, so I'm just going to work it there. And then I've also got this Libit ID from the little ID plushy ID holder that was in it, and it's like, no, I want to store it. And then this came with some Dominate stuff, but I don't actually have any more spaces, so you know what, I'm just going to pop him here. Yeah. I'm sorry, it doesn't make more sense. Now back to Dominate Celebrate, which that ID did come with this one. So the offline merch benefits. I didn't have Lino or Han, and now I do. So yes, gorgeous. Those ones there. So that completes just in time for my online merch to arrive, and I think I'm only going to have 6 pre-order benefits, not 88. Miscalculated my math there, so I'll have to, whichever 2 I'm missing, I'll have to see about hunting down, but we will see. That is it for this merch binder though. There's a fair bit of Stray Kids because I've got both of their season's greetings, so yes. But before season's greetings, we'll pop into the Japanese chaos section, because with my Japanese season's greetings, I got Han's pre-order benefit. So very cute. That one there. Kind of painful how Korean season greetings, we get a full 88 set, and Japan, you just get 1 of 8. Yes. That's all we have for this one today, though. And as usual, we have a whole chunk. Do we talk about the fan kit scenario that's been happening the last few days? Not sure about that. It's been an interesting time, let's just say that, eh? Yeah, so I normally do Japan and then Korea, apparently. First for Japanese, I did actually end up getting the photo set. They're like polo type PCs, and these ones I do store in Titan shields because regular sleeves seem to stick to the images, and I do not like that, so when that happens. So yeah, I found that the Titan shields don't stick, and so that sorry, all the backs just look like that, and Titan shield does have the textured back, so it's not as plain. But yes, I do love this force concept. It's so beautiful. And then as usual, it did come with the group PC as well, so there's that one. And then the actual season's greetings just came with one set. I just made a filler out of the little envelope that the photo cards was in. That one there. And then they're all holding the chess pieces, although they're all holding knights, just black and white. There we go. Right. And they did seem to get them alternating with black and white, which is Excellent. They do tend to be very cohesive for the Japanese sets, at least. Not always with the Korean. Now for the Korean season's greetings, they went with this fun set concept. Reminded me very much of the Jam music video, that same concept here. This is the JYP pre-order benefit. Look at that pouty face. And they're all holding up the micro skazoos, which after seeing these, me along with everyone else that I've seen, it's like I want them, and I missed getting them, and it's like no, because it's like I don't need more skazoos. I do not need more, and it's like I need those skazoos. They are so adorable. I mean, look at that Sullman. Yes. And then, so yeah, they were the pre-orders. And then here they're poking their tongues out at us in the actual season's greetings set. There we go. And that Changbin is just delightful. And Han poking his... I'm a loss for words. But yeah, they're just all adorable. And then of course we've got our IDs. Not sure what the agenda was for this set. They all seem to be doing something different, which we love. They're very much indifferent. Or maybe that was the theme, just be indifferent. Hyunjin's very indifferent and looking away. Yes. And look at that fluffy hair on Jonhoney. He's just so cute. But yes, there's that one. And then we also had a Polaroid set. So, I haven't made fillers for this set yet. Not sure what I'm going to do with the fillers. There was actually postcards and posters. I haven't set those up to be stored yet. I tend to do inclusions off camera because I don't like storing them. I like just too large. It's too awkward putting them, storing them on camera. So it's like, I'll just do that offline. And I need to play around with them to see if I can get them to fit better, see what they need to fit into. But yeah, but that is the season's greeting. So nice, lots there, but nice and quick because it's all just full sets and away they go. For Pobs, have one for Karma and then a couple for Do It. And I noticed how before I mentioned the fan kit and then just glossed right over it. I was like, because I really don't want to. Yes, so today's being Monday the 26th. They were supposed to release the fan membership today. But there was so much backlash over... Oh, this is my first just Lino Pob. Did not realise that, so there you go. Page just for him. I'll have to do something about that if I haven't already. Yeah, there's been so much. Oh no, hang on a second. These, I don't know what this page is for. That's all good. I've got a spare page. Oh, that's dangerous. There you go. These are all the Karma ones. So that actually fills. So that page. Nice. I do love a full page of Lino. Nice. Oh, and I've got one more on the way. Oh, don't you love it when you realise that? All good. We'll deal with that another day. And then Do It. I do have. These are the first just Linos that I've got. So I'm just going to whack these on the page. Aren't they adorable? Yeah, the fan kits, myself, like everyone else, thought the membership cost itself was way too high considering it didn't include the kit and replay album. The way they have now left the membership as is, digital membership as is, taken off the plushie and just only will have the kit option at a much cheaper price. It's like, it's partway there. Why did we lose the plushie replay? It's like, no. Yeah, JYP Entertainment Division 1 have and I know the fact that people were complaining to the Stray Kids members really grates. It's sort of like, that's a company decision, you know. I'm sure they were against it when they heard it, but again, they're the artists, not the company. So they, you know, they have a lot of say. Yes, they don't have, you know, full say. And a lot of them, you know, several of them made comments to say, you know, they were against the pricing of it, and, you know, you don't have to buy it. And that, absolutely. I think it was Xnghan that said, like, just don't buy it. So just listen to the music. I was like, Xnghan. That's just not how our brains work for most of us. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not going to, either way, it's not going to stop me from buying it. Album PCs. But yes, whatever they do with the membership, the short answer is it will not stop me from purchasing the membership kit. Final Karma PCs, woohoo! Alright, most of these are the limited Karma versions, because that was all I was actually missing. That one, yes. So I do have Felix, Yeonjun, and our gorgeous leader, Baekhyun. And that was, you know, a decision I went in fully. It's like, yeah, they're overcharging us. You know, basically the price has doubled from last year's membership because, and yes, I do have a third of the Hyungwacha, the 3 eldest, so that I could complete a page of 9 for it. I love it. But the membership kit, yeah, I was always going to buy it. Being in Australia, we have never had access to, you know, what concerts have been in Australia. There's never been Stay Zone. There's never been membership pre-orders. That's never been a thing. That did not stop me from buying the last 2 or 3 memberships. I am a traveller, so I knew, like, especially when I bought the last membership, it's like I'm hopefully going to be able to use that over in Korea. It's like I was planning a trip at Korea when that one came out, and so it's like, you know, there's nothing planned, but I want it just in case. And I was actually able to use my membership over in Korea for them. But even if I hadn't been able to travel and use it, because, you know, I went to Korea 3 times last year, it turns out. I was very surprised. It's like, when I thought back, the last time was just a very quick stop in Korea for their concerts, and that just was only wholly and solely because I was going to Japan, and it was just the day before I was flying to Japan they had a concert, so I adjusted my travel and finally got to use my membership as it was intended for Stay Zone for an actual event in Korea. And I plan on going back to Korea. Doesn't mean I'll be able to use my membership while I'm over in South Korea, because they don't let you know in advance when they're doing things. So it does mean that, you know, unfortunately my work does not allow me to, at a drop of a hat, say, hey, I'm going to Korea next week because these boys having a concert and I'm going. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I have mutuals on Instagram that can do that, and I was very jealous. Very, very jealous of them. It's like, no, lucky you. I wish I was you. But, you know, we are all stays in our own ways. You listen to music and that's all you do. You are still a stay. You buy everything under the sun, and, you know, follow them around the globe-trotting. You are still a stay. You buy their albums, couple of merch items, do what you can, you know, you buy what you want. You're still a stay, and that's a duplicate. Oh dear. And my drink is empty. But yeah, I did know I had double traded. I had so many chans that I was like I was trading wherever I could. And sometimes it was a case of I'll trade for whoever, and then I might be able to trade that for others that I was missing. But in the end, I didn't actually have to wait for, didn't have to wait for those trades to come in to then trade to someone else. And oh my gosh, I'm finishing the Do It. Yay! I mean, technically I knew I had finished. I think there's still a couple that I haven't received yet. But that's all good. I am finishing the mirrors as well though. Yay! And yes, I love how I've used the pre-order stickers just to put their faces on their mirrors, because it just makes it extra them, and I don't have to, you know, worry about the mirrors so much. So yay, they're so bulky. Oh, so bulky. And doesn't the back look pretty? All different rays of pink and grey. I'd finished the units. These are the version, the standard versions. And yes, I finished these as well. Oh, excellent. I love it. So yes, we've got Leno. It's Hanjian. Sungmin. And his beautiful pout. And then Jeongyeon with his intense stare and blush. I sort of like how these two are in black. Looks pretty good. The way I store, like the way I prefer to store them. So I think if you did the normal 8 with it in the center, they'd be above each other. And occasionally storing them slightly different has its advantages. Lenticulars. These what I could possibly still be waiting on. I'm not sure. Although I may have gotten them in, because I do have Jeongyeon and Felix for these ones. So we've got... Oh, there we go. Jeongyeon, yeah. And then Felix. So there we go. That's that one done. Trading cards, people. Trading, not lenticulars, trading cards. Let's do trading cards next time, okay? Like you did for Hop. That was great. Just do that again instead of this. Please? And yes, I have these three's done this. All right. I'm pretty sure I was still... Gosh, wouldn't it be funny if I was actually finishing Do It the same time I finished Karma? It's like, woohoo. It's like, it's like, there we go. Doo-doo. Some of them are easier than others. Nice. There we go. Do I have this Yeonjun? There we go. I'm waiting on this one. But I do have this iron. Yes, that's the pink heart back. We do have Changbin's ID. So yay. Now, his little ID is sleeved. And I was like, I might go back and sleeve them just so I can, if anything, I can use those ID sleeves. Because now that I've got the K-pop stationery ID holders, and Mia Cafe also has them, so if I run out, I've got another place to buy them from. I don't actually use those little ID sleeve anymore, so might do that. And then I'd finish the habit trackers. Yay. Oh yes, this is the Lino where I had run out of fillers. So, but I've got that one now, the other Clave version, and I've also got Sungman. And then, so I am missing one Hyunjin. Nice, love it. And then we've got the set, and well, that says Megster, that's not right. But you know their little zine thing that they had? Well, I did cut one of them up, and I was like, I'm going to see what it looks like. I was like, I've already done it, so I might as well pop them in here. Because I apparently store everything. And so I'll have one as full in with like larger inclusions, because it's like an A4 size poster, along with all the other photo boards and group posters. I do love the fact that they are A4 size, but this one was every which way, so yay. Oh wow. And that is it. All right, well, let's just come back to this set that we finished, because we've got their IDs and the play that we finished. So yes, another long one, I am sure. Yes, I did. Shall I tell you the cautionary tale of what not to do when, you know, you're drinking? So I was on Macari. So I was hoping to have another Karma OTA set, Soundwave. Never go shopping online when you are inebriated, okay? I was having some drinks with the friends, and I was just, you know, there was a lull, and I was checking online. It's like, oh, Soundwave, yay, that's a gorgeous set. And it's like, and before I even really stopped and thought about it, I purchased it. And you're asking, how much did you pay for this? And it's like, yeah, it was $20. So I did waste $20. And the very next morning, like the first thing I thought of when I woke up was, what did you do? That is not right. Because yes, it is a fan call, and there are hundreds of sets out there, but not a single one of the legit ones are $20 for the set. It's like, no, it's more like, you know, a good fantastic price is like $50 to $80, and 50 is very iffy. So yes, I went back, and it's like, as soon as I woke up the next morning, I was like, what did you do? Yeah, I'll see if I can put in some shots of this is what the listing was like. This is what the translation says when you translate through Mercari or Neokyo. And I'll try and highlight where it says, you know, pop up, stop. And then I also highlighted and translated through like through my phone, so it tends to be a little bit more accurate. And you see where it says like Korean stop. Most people know when you're buying from Mercari, that is the sign that it's a fake. If it says Korean Wave, Korean store, it used to just say Korean store. Now it can be Korean Wave shop, Korean shop or store. Sometimes it will say like Korean pop-up. It's very different when it's like from the pop-up locations that are in Korea. It will says it all over it. Official, you know, pop-up week 1, week 2, whatever. You know, it's very clear on the listing that it is official. When it's not official, it'll just say like, you know, pop-up store or, you know, Korean Wave shop or Korean shop. They're your red flags. Do not buy. So yes, it's like, wow, these are the, to be honest, these are the worst made freebies I've ever seen. I look back at that listing and it was like, they don't even look real. What were you thinking? And I wasn't thinking. I was like, I was just randomly scrolling through my phone while having drinks and chatting with friends. And this is what you do. So cautionary tale, people, never go shopping online when you are having a alcoholic beverage. And 2, always make sure that you check for Korean store, Korean Wave shop when you're looking on Japanese sites. Because I've only been scammed once on Mercari. It was for a Hyunjin Nemo PC from 8, I think it was. And I went back to that listing and it was official. The photo of the card was perfect. What I received was not. I've showed it on when I stored the PC. I'm pretty much sure back then I showed the difference between the 2 cards then. So I think that was the only time. Every other time where this has happened, and it's only happened I think twice. This I think is the second time. First time was when I was very new at buying from Mercari. It is clearly stated Korean shop, Korean, you know, wave stall sort of thing. Know your red flags, people. Know your red flags and don't be like me. That's it for today. So thank you so much for watching. You know, we'll put this. It still deserves love because they are gorgeous and they're freebies, but they're badly cut even. It's like they're not even straight. It's like, wow. It's like, look at that. Yeah. Worst freebies I've ever bought. But all good. We'll finish up on these gorgeous real album PCs. So thank you so much for watching though. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.